stuff here which needs to be together. I select it all together like this, and then I should be able to go to up at the top here. I go to mesh and then combine like this. Now it just became one object. If I go here for modeling, this is how I get to that menu. If it's not visible, if it says animate, I have to change animation. The menus will change here. I need to change this to modeling. So it's on modeling. I go to mesh and I go to combine. It turns it into an object. So I've got this. I hit R on the keyboard to scale. Bring it down a little bit. That's more about the size. There goes W. And let's put me in the wave. Woo! Alright, so if I'm not in the wave, you can kind of reorganize. I hit E on the keyboard. Now, oh, he's riding the wave. And cool, so this looks good. Step 1, step 2. It doesn't have to look perfect. I understand the colors aren't working. We don't have time to kind of cover all this in the first class. So let's just try to get something basic going. And my chest is missing as well. So let's import that shark. So I go File, Import again. And I just navigate back to where I put that file. And where is my shark? Bull shark. Boom. Import. And it looks like the shark is here. I'm going to go F. So I hit F to frame the object which just came in. Here he is. There's my shark. It doesn't look perfect. So you can see that something's wrong with the shaders. It just looks a little funny when I move around it. These are proprietary shaders that probably come with SketchUp. So I select the whole shark. We got some other stuff selected here. You can see that these little bits are floating in the air. I don't want that. So I'm going to go, I'm holding Control on the keyboard and I go across, unselect these things. I'm just left with the shark, and I'm going to do that same thing again. Make sure I'm under modeling and then go across to mesh, combine, boom, and then let's add the shark. W, let's scale this guy down. R, way down. And then E on the keyboard. Something like that. Where did I go? Delete. I might have deleted myself by accident. So what we'll do is this. I'm gonna just, you're seeing how it happens. This could have been a boo-boo on my part. I'm gonna go W-E on the keyboard to rotate. And there's the shark. Oh, it's coming out of the water. W, something like that. And let's bring myself back in again. So I can't find it. I don't see it here. I can put this on a layer if I want over here. I click on that little button and boing, it's gone. So let's re-import myself. So I go File, Import, and we go back up one, and we go to Florida Silver Surfer model. There we go. There seems to be some competition between these files, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is, let's make this simple. I'm going to take whatever the heck this is. I'm going to go F. It's a locator. Doesn't matter. I select it, delete it. I'm only worried about Silver Surfer. So let's get Silver Surfer here. And I'm going to combine them. So I just do a sweeping selection. I click on one side, select across. If you see white or different pieces here like this, it means it's not all one model, and this is going to be a problem for us. So I just want to do, if I start seeing it, it looks like it's in pieces. The whole thing should turn green, basically. You can see this is in pieces as well. But if the chest is clearly not turning green, I want to combine it. So I just go sweeping selection across the whole thing. And then mesh, combine, boom, it just became one. Push it back into the water, R on the keyboard, scale it down, and then W. There I am in the wave, woo! Alright, E on the keyboard, he's riding the wave, there, like that, W, and where's my shark? There's the shark. So something weird's happening when I'm doing this import. It's throwing stuff off in my scene. It looks like it can be expected. So I'm going to delete this stuff. Select the shark. Bring it over here. Into the wave. and I'm just using the arrows to kind of push and pull them around. F on the keyboard to get a little bit closer, and I mean this is really close to what it looked like. This is basically what happened. Yeah, I just narrowly escaped his sharp teeth. Yeah, on the keyboard, maybe something like that. But that looks about right. Okay, so here I am. Woo! Down the wave. That's not right. Probably more like this. And I would swerve out of the way. So we've done this. So what you can do at this point for you guys would be, how do we actually have this ready for class? You can take pictures if you don't feel confident with Maya. So this could be people who aren't really comfortable with the workflow. So take a picture of this right now. If I look across the top bar, look at my mouse. So my mouse is here. I go across this top menu bar, and we look at these little squares. They're basically like clapper boards you'd use to make a movie with. These are how I take pictures. So if I go across, the first one is open render view. But we want this one, which is really take the picture. It's render the current frame. So I click here, and let's hope that it works. Hope upon hope upon hope. We get nothing. So I'm going to kill this. So what's probably happening is the shader inside of Maya does not work with this. So it's just the material which is on the outside of this model doesn't work with Maya. And what it means I'm going to do is you get two options. One, we put a new material on it, or two, we put a light in here. So I'm going to try the lighting effect, and let's hope that works. So I go to modify or create lights right here, and I'm going to make a spotlight. I make a spotlight or directional light. I'll make a directional light. And that's just throwing light on everything right there. So I'm going to go R on the keyboard to make the light bigger, like that. E on the keyboard to rotate the light, like this. And I'm going to kind of position it so the light is shining in here. So let's see if this makes a difference. So first I can go open the render view. There's nothing there. And then we can go, I take a camera snapshot. Yes, this shows that this is what we're trying to render. It looks like it's right. And then the render, please go. Yes! Oh my gosh, look at that. Boom, a little bit of light pulls it off. So it's making sure that the light is saved correctly. So here we are. This is my memory. Shark attacking Mark. Then what would happen? I would go from here. We have to save this out so you can put this on your blog post. So I go from here and I go File, Save Image. I'm going to go to this option box. Yeah, save raw image looks good. Let's go apply and close. And let me just see. Okay, don't hit the options box. So I take it back. So I go File, Save Image. Just click on that, and I tell it where I want it to go. Note the file type here. So I'm going to make it a JPEG just to make it simple. Shark attack. Underscore. You should use underscores when working with Maya, not exclamation points. So there we are. Shark attack 1. Bum bum. Images. I'm going to put it on the desktop, so make sure you know where it goes. Save it. Boom. And let's see if it worked. Desktop. Shark attack, yeah. It's a little dark, but it works. So we'd have to lighten this up in something like Photoshop. Go to Edit, Enhance, Adjust, Lightness. There we are. Bring the lightness up. Boom, works. Okay, save, and then post that to your blog, and you should be done. I hope this works for everybody. Again, some other things to very quickly look at when we're looking at 3D Warehouse. I'm over here. I hit 3D Warehouse. Some of these models can get more complex. Look at this guy right here, the motorcycle. As it starts to get a little more dense, it's going to get harder to open. I'm typing type in mountain bike. Some of these models again can get more dense as we go along, so just be careful. If you get one that's really complex, this one doesn't look all that bad, but there are definitely some of them that get really heavy, and we want to be careful of that. Other things here, we've got this snowboarder guy. It might simply just not load when you're in Maya. So I come over here, let's go back to Maya. I'm in the scene, let's minimize this. I zoom back just a little bit. There's light. I'm gonna go File, Open Scene. There, where did I put it? Downloads. And let's try this guy right here. So this is a mountain biker. I already downloaded this thing. And opening won't do it. It's import. So I did the wrong function. File, import, back over to Mark, downloads, and this one right here. Here's the motorcycle. So I'm gonna go open, open. There's the thing. So look at what's happening. Like when this is happening right now, like you can't really see it, but if we look over here, like this bar is starting to fill up, bottom left corner, and I've already opened this model once before. It takes a long time to open. Like you took in like at least 5 minutes or something like that, and my computer's pretty fast. It means the model's very dense, and then maybe it's not reading the shaders, etc. So be careful and just realize that they might not all work. If you're working with files that aren't loading, move on to the next file. Don't get hung up trying to load one file. There's lots of different versions, and then worst case, if you can't find models to support your idea, try coming up with a new idea that has models are more easily found. Look at this bar, still loading, but it's going to load multiple kind of pieces of this model. So that's about it. If you have any problems, please post them on the Slack. Do your best. Thanks a lot.